And Russia, even though our Western friends, let's call them that, they dream about this. We will never self-isolate. More than that, we are expanding and we will continue to expand cooperation with everyone interested, with those who want to work with us. And there are a lot of countries. I'm not going to list all of them because this is the vast majority of people on Earth. I'm not going to list all these countries now because you all know of them. I'm not going to say anything new if I remind you that everyone who wants to continue to work with Russia, they face open pressure from the United States and Europe. Sometimes they are being threatened directly, but this kind of blackmail doesn't mean a lot when we talk about the countries led by true leaders who understand clearly where they have their own national interests and where they have someone else's interests. And Russia is going to expand economical cooperation with such countries. We are going to implement joint projects with them. Yes, we will continue to work with the Western companies who, despite this unprecedented pressure, continue to work in the Russian market. There are such companies as well. And there is enough ground to continue to develop such cooperation.
The entire idea, the framework of Western sanctions was based on the presumption that Russia is not sovereign when it comes to its economy, that it's critically vulnerable. They were so engaged in creating those myths about Russia being backwards, that Russia being underdeveloped, that they seem to have started to believe it themselves.
When they planned their economic blitzkrieg, they ignored actual facts. How the world has changed, how our country has changed in recent years. And these changes are the outcome of the work that we have been planning for. When we build macroeconomic structures, when we maintain our food security, when we implemented programs of import substitution, when we introduced our own payment system, and so on. We stay in contact with many of you for a long time now, and I know the sentiments of many owners and the managers of such companies, and I have heard it from you on many occasions that a business is much more than just getting profit, and this is true, but changing life around you, contributing to the development of your city, of your region, of your country is very important. Serving to your people, to society cannot be replaced with anything. This is the meaning of life. This is the meaning of working. And recent events is a testimony to what I have said before. It is better to work at home. Those who didn't heed to this clear message lost hundreds of millions or even billions in the West. So this is safe haven for your capitals, alleged safe haven for your capitals. And I would like to say to address to those who are attending this meeting or even absent, please do not step on these old drakes. Our country has a huge potential, and we have enough projects where you need to invest your efforts into. Invest into new jobs, into new businesses, in development of tourism infrastructure, support schools, colleges, universities, healthcare, culture, sports. I know a lot of you are doing this already, but I would like to emphasize this one more time because we want to plan our economy for many years to come. We need to bring away the pressure on the businesses. We need to reach the 4% inflation level in the future. I have started with inflation, and now I would like to mention this 4%. This is our goal. This is our objective. I have already instructed the government to prepare the new budget projects. We should be predictable in our budget policies. We should create all necessary conditions to use them under the current economical situation. We need to do this to make the foundation of the economical growth stronger, because this is going to be the foundation for improving the well-being and welfare of our citizens. It's suicidal to invest into the foreign currencies, because obviously those people who do this, they are obviously suicidal. And it makes no sense to do that. But the main principle, to spend money, just as much money as you earned, and no one's going to deny this because that's obvious. The fourth principle of our development is the social justice, the economic growth, and the industrial capabilities, and the scientific potential of the country. It all should have manifestation in society. This development should decrease the injustice. It should not deepen the injustice like it happens in certain other countries. Put both sanctions on our fertilizers, and then they cancel those sanctions, and they don't impose any sanctions on food because everyone wants to eat. The entire world wants to eat. What sanctions could be discussed? And as for this blitzkrieg against our economy, well, they failed, obviously. Like Mark Twain said, the rumors about my death were largely exaggerated. The same goes for the situation with Russia. So they basically robbed our entrepreneurs from their property. They are punishing them for the work that they do in Russia. So it makes no sense. What about inviolability of the private property? Because these sanctions are against people. They take assets from the people who have nothing to do with the state system. They have nothing to do with the political decisions made by the government. These are just individuals who do honest work, who commit no crimes, neither in Russia nor abroad, and they are just taking their property away from them. What's that? I can't wrap my mind around that. It makes absolutely no sense. Why did they have to have this coup d'etat in 2014? Because that's when it all started. 3 European foreign ministers traveled there: Germany, France, and Poland. They were present as guarantors of the agreement between then President Yanukovych and the opposition. President Obama called me, let's do everything we can to make the situation calm down. We did, and then a day after, there was a coup d'etat. When you ask them why, because the opposition would come to power by democratical means, go to election, win the election. No, for whatever reason, they wanted to have this bloody coup d'etat. That's when it all started. Now they say, well, let's not think about it. Well, no way. We will remember this. We will remember this forever, because this is the reason. And the reason is those people who facilitated this coup d'etat. What those guarantors were supposed to do, who signed this paper. What you said that some people say that they are ashamed that they are from Russia. You know, those people are ashamed who do not want to connect their destinies, the destinies of their children, with the future of our country. They're not just ashamed, they don't want to have any problems in those regions where they want to settle down and where they want to raise their children. So that's the gist of what's happening to those people. And a person, if they think about their future, their children's future in Russia, so maybe such people are concerned, are worried, but deep in the heart, they are interested in seeing Russia becoming stronger, more powerful, more confident, more sovereign, more independent, because there can be no other way for a person who wants to live here in Russia. That's why, well, being ashamed or not, that doesn't have much to do with this.